Hello there, I am Turin, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 important details I was able to figure out from watching this wonderful video over and over again, and with some help from my live stream audience who mulled the whole thing over with me as soon as the video came out. Number 1. The environment. This is a very different environment from Stardew Valley. This very much is a wintry landscape. We're going to be forced indoors. We're going to be forced to get cozy. This direct choice of environment informs us that we're not going to be outside farming. We're going to be placing all of our intention on the inside of the buildings. This is very true because we're a chocolatier and we're going to be running a shop. And also, technically, when we go to a different world in order to get our ingredients for our special chocolate, that's not the same world. Obviously, some sort of overworld somewhere else. We don't quite know what it is. We don't know why it's there or why we have a Mario 64 portal in our house. Yes, and to quote the ape himself, this game channels the energy of the moon rather than channeling the energy of the sun, like Stardew did. Stardew was all about getting out in the atmosphere and harnessing the energy of the sun, growing things literally with its power. Now we're going into a cozy, spooky realm where we're going to be looking at the mystical and spiritual, staying indoors and having a cocoa with some ghosts. Good way to put it, really, moon and sun. Number 2. The core mechanics of the game. Haunted Chocolatier is about running a chocolate shop and the back and forth between going to get your resources from one area, bringing them back, cooking them up, turning them into a product, selling them in the shop. It's not about growing something and putting it in a box and waiting for Lewis to creep onto your farm at night. It's about actually meeting the customer and running a shop, designing it, and eventually, through natural progression, having staff to run the shop. Ghosts. Because of course you don't want to be tied down to your shop all day. If you're not there to sell it, you can't sell it. So having ghosts, which is a very quirky choice to work the cash register and actually sell the chocolate. I don't know why anyone's okay with a ghost. They seem awfully happy with a ghost. Will allow you to go and chase that person that you're thirsting for, provided that there is a relationship system. And allow you to, I don't know, go and gather more ingredients or progress with the story. You're not going to be getting your hands dirty in the way that you used to in Stardew. This is a very combat-orientated game. This magical overworld has a slicker UI system, so you're going to be far more focused on what you're doing with your weapons. There's even a blacksmith involved. It looks like you're going to be getting to know this guy really well and probably building very unique weaponry with them. Kind of in the same way that you upgraded your farm tools, you will be upgrading your weaponry. That's my guess anyway. Number 3, a potentially far more story-driven adventure. I feel like there's antagonistic forces in this world. This bartender seems particularly dodgy, which means we could have less of a focus on random events and general wholesome encounters in town, and more of a linear storyline. I just get that feeling that that's going to be the case in this game. It feels like there's a lot more at play, particularly with this rather interesting scene with the telescope. I mean, this could just be your Sebastian fill-in in one of their heart events, but who knows? There might not actually be heart events in this game. It might all work a bit differently. Will somebody actually move into your haunted castle with you and have children? Maybe having children and romancing people won't actually be a part of the game at all. Perhaps it'll be a way more linear experience despite the fact that we expect different from this creator. Number 4. This entire town might actually be in the same world as Stardew Valley, and we might actually get special cameos. Why not? Why not go for it? I can imagine that Eric would want to do that. I feel like seeing these very familiar mountains in the magical overworld are a big clue as to whether or not we're in the same universe. I mean, okay, it's his artwork. He has license to use the same things he's used before, but it seems like a big choice to have those mountains back there. I would say that this might be a secret hidden realm within the Stardew Valley universe that you can only access via the magical spooky mansion. Another clue about this potentially being the same universe as Stardew Valley is that this fireplace is almost identical to a fireplace present in Stardew Valley. Again, could just be borrowed artwork. Eric has full rights to use his own artwork in any way, shape or form, but it feels like that's a very similar design and it might not be an accident. Another huge clue is the fact that we can actually see a character fighting slimes. Not just any slime, they're the same slimes we've come to know and smack from the mines. That's a massive indication that this is the same world. The other clue that we have, if a bit vague, is that your character appears to have a background where you came from the city, a reoccurring theme. Was this city Zuzu? I mean, when you've built a world like this, when you've made a cinematic for your movie theatre that talks about places like Zuzu City and Prairie Island and all those different places, wouldn't it be a shame not to utilize them? Number 5, relationships. I already started talking about it a bit already, but can we be certain we're going to get any type of relationship gameplay in this game? This in-depth questioning that we get to have with Maddie here would suggest that we will. We could see a reappearance of heart events and the ability to actually marry and move in with people. The question is, will we get children that can grow up? Will this be considered in this version of the game? Will the entire system be ignored completely? Thank you for watching this video, folks. Remember to get in the comment section and share your ideas. Be nice about it though, or I'll send Hamish after you. You don't want Hamish to find you.
What are we talking about in here? What's going on?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.